What happened to Black Love? What the hell happened? First of all, let's be clear. Papoose is our brother. Let's be clear.
Factuals.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Remy Ma is our sister. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No shade over here, but you see the money. Pull out the money, B-Ball P.
Oh, man.
You see the money on the little, what's that little joint called? Lower Third? You see the money over here. You see that broken heart. You know what I'm saying? They've been together since 2008, man. Like, I don't even know what I was doing in 2008, but they've been together that long. After she basically went in the pen and the pokey out, you know what I'm saying? She went to the pokey for 6 years for that, you know what I'm saying, that little joint, you know what I'm saying? But we got mad love for them, so we're not trying to get into the drama of all the little, you know, what's that little dude on Fat Hour? Uber Alba, what's that little, what's the little dude's name? Yeah, Mushmouth. Yeah, she over here messing with Mushmouth and bull, you know what I'm saying?
Stop.
Uber Alba, Uber. But, you know, like I said, salute to her doing her thing, man, you know, getting her swag on. But we care about the bars. I don't care about all the other stuff. But to me, like I said, Papoose, you know what I'm saying? We got to ride with Pap. You know what I'm saying? He hold down the family. You know what I'm saying? Been holding down Remy. You know, we don't know everything, but, you know, from what we see, man, salute the Pop. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I got an issue with. The nigga said that he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's bars. And we respect Remy. 90%? I ain't never got no 90% no test. Let me play this real quick, man. Hold up, man. Let me play this real quick.
Fair use.
Written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. Anyone who has an iPhone, you know how iPhones work. When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them. Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone,
Man,
you go in your email draft.
Hotmail.
If anybody come around
Yeah,
me,
they got a Hotmail joint.
and we're in the flesh next to each other, I can type in any word from one of her songs, and her entire rap will come up. The entire verse will come up. I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win.
Jay Camper.
It's a bomb.
I mean, like I said, we care about the boy. We don't care about the young mushmouth little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe Pap? You know what I'm saying? Cause Remy can spit that shit. We kind of knew he was on that Sheether swag. You know, we knew he was in there with the pen. But Remy can spit.
She can rap, bro.
90?
Yeah.
Do you believe 90? Or do you think it's maybe a 15? You know what I'm saying? Maybe
It's
a
hard
fifth.
to-
You know what I'm saying?
Twin.
A twin.
I'm not saying that he didn't write any of the bars at all, but it's hard to like embrace it when somebody throws a percentage
Damn.
with no receipts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I don't think that he wrote some of the bars. He probably did, but homie said 90%.
That's a lot of joints. It's a lot of swag.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's a lot of bars, man. First of all, I salute Pap for the bars in the email draft, though. That's old school.
Hey man, if you go to the Hotmail, I got it.
You know what I'm saying? You go to the AOL, the Hotmail, the Yahoo.
Right.
Dudes had the bars in the email draft. He didn't really have too many ways to write it if he was on the go outside of having the pad with you, man. But so salute the Pat for that. But
Facts.
Iceberg, man, I mean, I do think he wrote some of them. I mean, come on. She was married to somebody who just had elite
Bars.
pen work. You know,
Mr.
what I'm saying?
Alphabet
Pap's got-
Spotter.
Facts.
Pap's one of them dudes, man. He really is. So I definitely believe it. But 90%, that's hefty, Bebop.
It's a large claim.
That's hefty, bro. That's a lot of bars, my G.
Bebo, you
90%
agree
though?
with Camper? Because again, 90, it's like I said, Nightmare saying Ghost Rider, and for the right price, I can even make yo shit tighter. You know what I'm saying?
Classic line, too.
Classic Jigga. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Nightmare. Deuce is saying, I'm Team Pap, dog. You know what I'm saying? God bless.
Okay.
And first, and he came through with the Brady Cougar. Hold up, put the money up. I didn't see the bread.
Factuals.
Salute to Deuce with the 10-piece. He came with a 10-piece nugget with the salt.
You
Salute.
think 90% Deuce?
With the Chick-fil-A
90% on the pen work? That's a lot of rhymes, man. If you're doing 90%, that's a lot of iPhone notes that you forward and that you sharing. I got 4 bars for you, baby. Here you go.
Well, and again, 90 means I'm doing hooks too. Let's be clear.
Check your messages. It's in there.
Yeah, and then also too, you didn't get a dime. Bebo P, like, do you agree with Jay Camper in the chat? Like I said in the chat, what y'all thinking too? Is it 90? Y'all thinking it's 30? Is it a 15, 30, a 37? What you think it is on the percentage though? You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts, man? 45, 47. What you thinking, man? You know what I'm saying? It's something to do on the 10-piece.
Man, salute. But no, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Pat wrote at least some of Remy Ma's bars, like J Camp said. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. 90%, that is a large claim.
That's a lot.
Either way, I think that Pat should have either shown proof of the verses on his notepad app on his iPhone with the stamped date and times each note was created, or at least cited the names of each song and every song after, saying that he wrote around 90% of Remy Ma songs for. Otherwise, I don't personally think he should have said that statement, you know, because you can't be substantiated, at least not for the date of this recording. I also don't see the point in Papoose saying that, given that he also said in that same video that he didn't want any credit for doing so. If he generally didn't want any credit for it back, then I don't know why I don't know why bring it up. Right. Don't say it. All in all, though, I do generally believe that Papoose desire to help elevate Remy's career, as he's currently doing 100%. So with his new interest, Clarissa, by helping her to get to more of that bag in the boxing.
She ain't saying nothing about Clarissa though. She got them boot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And that boot bop bing da.
Man, that boot bop bing, but it boot bop bing bop bam. I got that bop bam. Hey man, but this is the thing though, man. First of all, first of all, salute to Jack in the building, man, holding it down. Jack Lane, man. Hip hop talk, salute. What's going down, man? Always holding it down.
Right.
What did the dig say, man? She said, man, first of all, man, it's a team Pap. She for the screens. Nah, come on, man. Not for the screens.
Nah, gone,
man. Come on, man. Deuce is saying, man, that was his wife at the time. I completely understand. Again, hey, man, I'm gonna write your bars.
Sure.
Let's be clear. I'm gonna do this. You know, you doing these thing with Fat Joe and all that bull. You know what I'm saying? But again, when I would notice, I think he said Shorty was in the bed with like a little sugar bear. You know what I'm saying? A little female sugar bear. I would have stopped right there. You know what I'm saying? A little sugar bear. You know, she was a Teletubby. Jack Lane saying Pat was basically just stating what he did for it because Remy was being disrespectful. Damn. Yeah, nigga said Fat Joe was a sucker. Yeah, he's just a sucker. But this is the thing, man. Like, I think this was horrible. I think this is horrible, man. Like, let's be clear. Remy has one solo album, and we know she's nice. She killed that DJ Premier joint. You know what I'm saying? She should have at least 2 albums. Let's be clear. They were together in 2008. Papoose in his prime was really just doing mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? And then when she went to jail, he didn't put out no album literally until, what did he put out an album? Until like 2012. He came out in 2004. So both of them basically suffered, because to me, Papoose should have been in the booth, basically getting his Jay Camper on and writing. You know what I'm saying? And also, let's be clear, we know he writes for other cats too.
He had the alphabet slaughter though.
Yeah, he killed that. But again, salute to DJ K Slay, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? That's our people. R.I.P. K Slay put him on, was telling him, hey man, you got to get out here, man. You can't just be going to see Remy all the time. And then when Remy gets out, she really just wanted to no disrespect to Remy. She wanted to just kind of have some fun. Girls just want to have
Wanna
fun. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to get out.
Right, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah, easy to knock down captain. You know what I'm saying? Easy to the knockout captain. And then look, let's be clear. Pap said he put the paws on him too. Let's be clear.
We
Knocked
remember
him
when
out.
that happened.
Yeah, so like Daniel's saying, Daniel's basically saying too, man. Yeah, Nightmare Send a Touch remix, Pap. Yeah, no, we're gonna be talking about that the Busta Rhymes touch joint, especially with the Knicks winning. Let's be clear. Daniel saying it's a shame the situation's sad. We didn't want to talk about this joint. But when we start talking about the bars, that's where we come in at. We gotta talk about the 90%. It's sad that Remy betrayed Papoose. And again,
90 though.
90. Like Bebo said, we don't have the proof per se, but any man, when you leave a woman, man, you don't want to really say she was out there selling that puss. You just say, for the kids' sake, your mama just want, your mama. That's your uncle that's at the house. That ain't a new nigga. He ain't replacing daddy.
So basically, you saying the kids know now.
The kids know what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you out here with the sheer outfit on, with the bra and panties set underneath, and you going to a ghetto club where you got the little backdrop, you know what I'm saying, with the Lexus on it, spray painted. Like, come on, man. We know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to Rue Chris and Bull. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
Right.
Again, Remy, one solo album. Papoose had 4, but can you name a title of one? And we got mad love for Pap, man. We want more albums from Pap. But 4 albums and I can't name no titles. The only thing, like J. Cam said, I know the alphabet joint. But again, man, we see you spitting in the car more than you in the booth. Especially with you with TuneCore being the director of Niggly Bears or whatever, hip hop. Dude, we want to hear albums from Pap. So right now, it's cool that you with Clarissa, salute. But man, get in the booth, my G. I think Lotto said, get in the booth.
You speaking facts.
What's you guys' thoughts, man? And first of all, salute to Saint Her, Keep
Saint
Reggie.
Her?
You know what I'm saying? Just regular podcast, man. Go check that out, man. They on the rawthinner.com. Dope stuff. You can only catch them on X, man, but they got some great stuff. But he's saying it's just all messy, and it's all messy and just supporting. Pat was in the booth. There was a year he dropped every month. Yeah, but again, it's really just you give me kibbles and bits. You know what I'm saying? I want the solo joint. I want some pause. I want the meat.
Salsa.
We have the meat. I want the polish.
I just sat down. You handed me the chips and salsa.
You give me chips, no dip. You know what I'm saying? Come on, son.
Man.
Like, hey man, this is the thing. Lloyd Banks has basically put out, same thing with Ransom. They put out the blueprint of what you're supposed to do as a solo MC. You know what I'm saying? Find the producer. And salute to our guy Vic Spencer too. You know what I'm saying? That's our brother, man. I Am God too. The dudes are doing their thing. And no disrespect to Pap, he getting the bread. But as far as music, we want the music. So now that Remy is doing her thing, let me not disrespect her. She's doing her thing. Now let's focus on getting in the booth. You can be with Shorty Doo-Wop and going to joint. And I see you working on your hands with the little timing bag and all that, you know what I'm saying? But we want you in the booth, man.